about it, if you speak about it, then they might get fired, or like back then women weren't allowed to do much of anything. You saw the women's revolution happening around the world right now, women in sports. But these women, they were abused for years and were not allowed to talk about it because the men that they accused them of were pretty famous people. Now that is something that this has to stop. This has to stop. I agree with that. But on the other hand, because I'm not choosing sides, I don't choose sides for topics like this. I'm neutral. But on the other hand, these men are denying the allegations. Do I believe them? In some case, yes. But is what they did still right? Not really. You can't do that and expect to get away with it. But what am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. But I'm going to be on here as a platform and as to, because first when I created this channel, I want to help people, inspire people. But I just want to get this topic off my mind. It's been on my mind since the end of June. A lady on Twitter was nice enough to explain the whole thing to me. I kind of understand a little bit of it, but I don't understand the full thing. I don't. So, I don't. So, in the comments, please explain this to me. Please explain your thoughts and your opinions on it. But I kind of want to keep talking about it. So, this is a move that's going on around the wrestling world. I keep reading it's mostly in the British wrestling scene. But it also happens around the world. It happens behind the cameras. Nobody's allowed to speak anything about it because it shouldn't be brought up. Well, I disagree with that. It should be brought up. It's something that should be brought up because it's a serious topic. Now, the men who have been accused of it feel like are a genuine man. I don't personally know them. I never met any of the men who are accused. But, hey, what they did is what they did. If they can't own up to it, that means they're guilty of it. But what I don't understand is everyone's calling them scumbags and abusers. People are throwing around the word abuse like it's candy. And that's something I kind of wanted to get off my chest. If it's, okay, there's a form of abuse. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. No matter what it be, it's still not okay. But explain what type of abuse is it, and how did it happen? Like if it's a physical abuse, there would be scars to prove it or something on the body. If it was mental abuse, these people would be scared to talk about it. These people, it would scar them forever, basically, quote unquote, scar them. It was emotional abuse. I mean, they wouldn't be able to talk about it because it gets them emotionally. No matter what type of abuse it is, Justice Camus. No matter what kind of abuse it is, it's still not okay. I'm still trying to understand the whole thing. I keep hearing these women's stories, and it's just interesting to see what different women have to say about this. Even, it's not just women who are going through this. It's men who are going through this too. But some women are taking advantage of this because they have a personal vendetta against a bad breakup, or the guy who broke up with a woman. Or some people are using this hashtag speaking out movement as a personal vendetta to get back. And you can't do that. What these topics are to inspire people to speak the truth, speak out, and speak up. If you see something, you're not just going to sit there and let it happen. You're going to speak up against it, because now we have that platform to speak up against it. So if you see someone doing something wrong, don't just sit there and let it happen. Speak up, speak out, say something. Tell them how you feel. I mean, that's what this is for, you know? And there's one more thing on my mind that I have to get up. Sorry if I'm stuttering or whatever, but this is something I'm very confused about. Now, some people might ask, why are you confused about this? Why don't you get it through your thick skull? Some people might ask me. And what I would say to those people who are saying that to me is, I don't get what these women are going through. I don't get what you're going through. I don't get any of this. So instead of telling me to learn it and be quiet about it, explain it to me, because I won't get anything if you don't explain it. I won't get the message if you don't explain it to me. I mean, if it's not explained to me, how am I supposed to understand, really? So, I think if we do more speaking out instead of sitting back and letting things happen, then our world would be a better place. Because right now, there's multiple things that are going on that I'm going to talk about in other videos that I put up on my channel. I'm making more content for next week and the end of this week. So, like, there's all stuff going on in this world right now. We're currently sitting in our homes wondering when's the next time we can go out and hang out with our friends and have a hug again. But that's another topic I'll explain in another video. But for now, we're talking about speaking out movement. So for all those brave women and men who are speaking out, I appreciate it. I didn't go through it like these women and men are going through it, so I don't understand. I don't. But just to hear the stories and what they're talking about and what they went through, what they struggled through because of this movement, I feel like that kind of inspired me to get on here and talk about it a little bit more. And for the men who are being accused for it, let this be a lesson to you not to do it again. I mean, let this be a lesson for you to not do it again. And I think what the wrestling world is doing to the men who have been accused is, I wouldn't say it's awesome, because that's not the word to describe it, but it's changing. It's changing the wrestling industry. I'm a fan, so, you know, I am a wrestling fan. But, you know, it's until proven innocent, sorry. Everyone's guilty until proven innocent. So, if these women are actually telling the truth, I don't know if they are or not. I'm confused, so please explain it to me. And if these men are telling the truth or not, that they did not do it. But some of these men have admitted that they've been in a relationship with these women. It was a nasty, bad relationship. So, that being said, if either one of them is right or wrong, it's going to be known. Sorry. Something on my screen. Yeah, it's going to be known. Now, do I agree with what these men are doing? Absolutely not. I probably said this earlier in the video. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just have no words for this right now. But for all those women who men are speaking out, please keep doing what you're doing. Please keep doing what you're doing, because I'm sure that your words do matter. And there are no sides to this, honestly. There are no sides. I'm not biased towards the men who are accused of it. I'm not biased towards the women who are accused of it, because I'm staying neutral on this one. I mean, hey, these men got fired and lost their jobs. That's their responsibility. They're going to have to deal with the consequences in the future for their actions. Can't help that. But I truly appreciate that some people are doing charity organizations for this. I mean, different things that they're doing for this hashtag speaking out movement I understand. I completely appreciate it. I mean, I didn't go through what these women went through, but keep doing what you're doing because you're really making a change. Now, in conclusion, it's been 13 minutes on this video. In conclusion, I've been up there on this video for about 15 minutes. In conclusion, if you see something, speak up. These women, the reason why they are speaking up just now, that I understand, and before I was questioning it, but why they're speaking up now and back then, because what they're going through is too emotional, on an emotional level, on a physical level, on a mental level. It was too painful for them to speak out against. But for all the women who went through this pain, went through this hurt, my sympathies are with you, and I just hope that after these speaking out experiences that you can move forward with your life and enjoy the rest of your life, because life's too short. Life's too short. But in conclusion, sorry, I've been on this topic for a while. In conclusion, if you see something that is not right, you have words. You have change. You have power. Speak out. Speak up. If something ain't right, you should always speak up and speak out. Even if people call you a snitch for it, even if people are telling you that you're a tattletale or telling you to shut up, speak out. You have words.